Hello everyone, and welcome to another night of terror here at the Fireside Tales. Once more we'll be traveling into the abyss of madness and staring into the eyes of death itself, as I tell you all another scary story. Now, this is a rather simple tale, but I still think that it has a touch of horror about it, and I hope that you like it. It occurs in the city of Venice. Now, we often think of Venice as a rather romantic city. I mean, people are always going down on the rafts, on the boats, and they will kiss each other and be serenaded with the fiddle, and many marriages have been held there. But the following story I'm about to tell you doesn't even have a hint of romance, and occurs to one Roger and Hamilton. Now, Roger and Hamilton were going down through the sewers of Venice on a boat. They had gone because they were doing some studies of the sewers. They wanted to look at its history, and they were looking at some of the graffiti that had put there, and studying that to show the decline of the sewers, and just writing an entire book about it. Well, anyways, as Roger and Hamilton were going along with a lantern held in their hand, they suddenly saw approaching them a painting, and the painting was hanging there on the wall. And they went right up to it, and they looked at it for a moment. They were surprised to find that the painting was still in perfect shape. It was still just the paint seemed to be new, and it was a painting of Venice, as it had once been. And the two of them looked at the painting, and they talked with each other, and they said how impressive it was, and wondered why it was hanging there on the sewer wall. But anyways, Roger took it, and he picked it up, and he put it on his boat, and then they both left, and they didn't think too much more about it. Roger decided to take it home and hang it in his library, and he thought it looked quite beautiful there. Well, anyways, a week went by, and again, Roger just simply went back to his life. But then one day he went back into his library, and to his amazement, he saw that the painting wasn't hanging there. And he called his friend Hamilton, and Hamilton didn't know where it was. And so the two of them went through the city, and they began to try and find out what had happened to it, whether someone had stole it, and they put out a warrant for it. But anyways, jokingly, Hamilton suggested that they go back into the sewers and see if it wasn't there. So anyways, they agreed, and they went back. And they sailed down through the sewer for some time, until finally they saw approaching them the painting, hanging there on the wall. And they went up to him, and it seemed like it was still in perfect shape. And the two of them talked about it for a while, and then they decided that they better just leave it there alone and not mess with it again. So they left, and later they would indeed try to find it again, but they never were able to find the exact place, and to this day it remains a mystery to them. Hamilton has assured Roger that the whole thing wasn't a joke on his part, and it wouldn't have mattered. Roger said later that he had been in the library only 5 minutes before, and it was hanging there, so he couldn't imagine how Hamilton would have managed to steal it. So I suppose this will simply have to remain a mystery of Venice. But, as always, I suppose mysteries are just a part of the Fireside Tales, and whether you like them or not, this probably will have to remain a mystery. And as always, sweet dreams and